my name is Grace Hansen, and I'm from FTC Team 7190, Green Girls Robotics. For the past 11 years, I have loved participating in the FIRST program. In 4th grade, I co-founded Green Girls Robotics as an all-girls FLL team. You may recognize us by our fuzzy green top hats. Over the past 11 years, I have committed myself to absorbing all of the knowledge the FIRST program has to offer, and in the process, making a more welcoming environment for all. Originally, I was one of the main builders on our team, but 2 years ago, our lead programmer graduated. That season, I anticipated the gap in our knowledge, and even though I didn't enjoy programming very much, I stepped up and taught myself how to use the FTC SDK in order to program the robot. What I found is that I really enjoy programming, and because of this, I became the lead programmer on our team in the past 2 seasons. My unique combination of building and programming skills has allowed me to better solve problems across sub-teams.
This season, the FTC Challenge Rover Ruckus requires teams to collect and sort balls and blocks into their corresponding bins 3 feet off the ground. At the beginning of the season, my team decided we wanted a simple robot with low cycle times between the crater and the lander. Through lots of trial and error, we have arrived at our first design innovation, an arm made of X-rail slides powered by a shoulder with a 5-to-1 gear ratio. This heavily geared down pivot point gives us extreme stability and allows the attachments driver to have precise control in the crater and over the lander. On the end of this arm is a mineral harvester with an active intake and a 3D printed self-sorter. Once we are positioned to score the blocks and balls, the shoulder brings the arm up. Our team has designed the self-sorter to utilize the unique shape of the minerals. The shorter blocks are able to slide underneath the rail on the right, while the balls are diverted to the left. This self-sorter has aided us in decreasing the time that we spend depositing minerals without the addition of a servo or DC motor. As the lead programmer and driver of the chassis, I noticed that it's often hard to precisely position the robot and make small movements when lining up to harvest or score. So this season, I implemented the Speed Controller class as our second design innovation. This class uses something similar to a PID algorithm, but rather than increasing or decreasing the speed of the wheels as the robot gets closer to its target location, the program adjusts the velocity of the Omni wheels on each consecutive pass through our teleops while loop. On each pass of the loop, in which the joystick returns a non-zero value, the robot's wheels continue to accelerate until they reach maximum or minimum velocity. This function allows me as the driver to make precise movements and eliminates jerky motions.
It is crucial that everyone on the team is able to have their voices heard. So after each competition, we sit down and have what's called a post-mortem meeting. At this meeting, we discuss all the things that we thought we did well and the areas that we'd like to improve on for next competition. This list is then represented by a problems and solutions section in our notebook, which is all of the things that we observed during competition. On a smaller scale, we continue these meetings throughout the season with stand-ups so that each team member is aware of what's happening across all sub-teams. This gives us a larger working knowledge of what's happening across the team and in effect allows us to solve problems more quickly. My team and I have discovered that FIRST isn't about where it takes you, but about what it makes you. So that is why I have dedicated all of my time and energy into giving back to my FIRST community. With my team, I have created and taught STEM curriculum to girls with disabilities, helped teams program their first autonomous routes at competition, increased the number of girls in EGA FTC by almost 400%, and advocated for women in STEM at 3 United Nations conferences. Leaving the FIRST program as a competitor, my goal is to transition from a successful FTC team member to a college-level engineer. I know that with lots of hard work, dedication, and the help of WPI, I will be able to accomplish this goal.